Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And we just had the live stream done by GGG this Thursday for the complete reveal for PoE2, so that's been amazing. If you've been able to watch it live, you probably have these Twitch drops here. I mean, otherwise you cannot get it anymore, but honestly, it's not even the greatest Twitch drop ever, so yeah, you shouldn't really mind too much about that. Thing is, we got a full reveal and it's been very long. So first up, there's going to be a cinematic trailer and you can watch it here. I mean, there is no landing page this time for all of these news, so you'll have to kind of rely on me or just watch the full videos, of course, if you haven't done so yet. I mean, I do highly recommend watching all the videos, but if you don't want to spoil yourself too much, or just want to know some quick news about it before doing it, this is for you. So first up, there's a cinematic trailer. Well, we did not expect a full cinematic trailer from GGG. I guess their PR team really thought this was a good idea. In the past, they consciously decided that it was not needed and it was a lot of effort for a low value reward, because I mean you put a lot of money into these trailers and it's just to gather people, I guess, to make some hype, but they could have used this money to actually improve the game. So GG always decided to improve PoE1 rather than do cinematic trailers. I guess PoE2 is on a whole other level. And we also got a PoE2 gameplay trailer. This is basically for the open beta, as if that was a new league, which honestly basically is for people who are actually gaining access. So yeah, that's fair. And then we got the full early access content reveal, which is about an hour-long video. And I'm going to give you a quick summary of what was said without going into the specific too much. One because it's way too long, and the other because if you don't want spoilers, you can evade that like this. So first up, there's going to be 6 available classes, which are the classes that have been revealed so far in the previous reveals, and the other 3 that are planned will be coming maybe during the beta, maybe as the game releases officially. There's also going to be 2 Ascendancies for each of these 6 classes, and in the full game there's going to be 3 Ascendancies for each class. However, right now we're going to have only 2 Ascendancies for each of the 6 classes that we're getting. Still, there's going to be a lot of variety there. There's also going to be Ascension trials, which did not look too good to me. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of Lab, but I'm not a fan of the new trials as well, which basically are made of Ultimatum or Sanctum. So yeah, if you didn't like those leagues or those mechanics and you're not doing them right now in PoE1, well, you're not going to like it PoE2 as well. So I don't know. I mean, trials have always been a point of contention for this game, and I guess they're going to continue being so in PoE2. And then we got acts. So basically, as you know, PoE2 is made of 6 acts, and then there's the end game. However, GGG decided that they would rather polish the end game, which is where a lot of people just spend most of their time, rather than completing the story for the beta. So what they did is they completed the first 3 acts, and then they decided to repeat those 3 acts at a cruel difficulty. So kind of a throwback to the old PoE1, I guess. And then after you've done the 3 acts again, you're at the end game level basically. So we're skipping act 4, 5 and 6 and we're going straight to the end game, which, I mean, honestly, it's pretty fine. The end game is definitely the biggest part of PoE and it has to be more refined. So I do understand the choice of GGG of letting people test that rather than just test the story and get crappy endgame. Endgame is really important for this game, so that totally makes sense. And there's also going to be a lot of leagues present in the endgame. We've seen some of them. I think there's going to be like around 7, including the Ascension trials, Ultimatum and Sanctum. And also there's systems in place so that you can continuously do the same league content. If you want to do Breach, you'll drop items that will allow you to increase breach items so that you can do more breach and you can focus on that content. So I think that's pretty good. We'll have to see how that's balanced. Of course, every kind of league has its own power that it gives to the players. So maybe somewhere you can get the best rings, somewhere else you can get like the best crafting material, somewhere else you can get something else. So as always, you'll kind of have to do all of them in the end game. Or, I mean, I guess you can just trade, focus on one and trade. I mean, that's going to be, of course, a possibility, as GG really likes trading. So they're definitely not taking that out of the game. And there's also going to be at least one pinnacle, like Uber boss from the get-go. Of course, you'll need to do things to get there. So yeah, we still don't know what it is. We still don't really know too much of how you should be able to get it or get to it. But I mean, it's gonna be pretty damn interesting. There's also an FAQ for the game where basically it gives you all the very important informations, like how to join the early access, when it's going to start, what happens if you merge the account, all of these, like how to redeem your keys. It's pretty important information, so if you're actually planning on playing, definitely check those out. Couch co-op is going to be available. That's another big thing if you're playing like with a friend, or I don't know, maybe you have 4 arms and you're playing times with yourself, who knows. There's also not going to be any wipes. Of course, the early access is going to be treated as a league of itself, so every character is going to go in a league called early access, which is not actually going to be standard, because standard is probably going to be created once the game actually starts. However, the characters created in early access are not going to be deleted. They will always exist and basically clutter your character space for accounts. So we'll see how that goes, but I mean, that makes sense. Also, if you're planning on making content, there's no NDA during the early access. So I mean, even if you do not have the option to play yourself, there's going to be an influx, a huge influx of gameplay videos and everything by all the content creators as soon as PoE2 starts, because I mean, everyone is just going to jump on these. So yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. If you're able to play, December 6th is the date. If you're not able to play, definitely check out all your usual streaming outlets or YouTube channels or whatever, because there's going to be so much stuff going on there that's going to be pretty damn crazy. And yeah, one very quick bit of news. Of course, there's new supporter packs for the beta. The lowest one, which is $30, just gives you the key. I hoped I actually gave you a small kiwi, but I mean, the first kiwi starts from the $60 pack, and kiwis are a very cool thing, because the only other time GGG did kiwis are the very first supporter packs that they did back in the days, back in the beta for PoE1. And if you want to have something as a memory, or if you can actually support GGG, yeah, please do so. I'm still debating if and which pack I should be getting myself, of course, that depends on a lot of things. First and foremost, if you can allow yourself to buy one, obviously. One very quick thing about physical items, though, which come from the higher tier supporter packs, is that GGG changed the shipping company that have been used to send physical merchandise. This is to ensure that you get it without delays. The problem is that now you will have to pay, basically fully pay for the shipping. So if you live very far from New Zealand, which is like 95% of the world, you will have to pay a price for the physical shipping, and well, that can get pretty high. Like if you check with the new supporter packs, I think if you're in Europe, you can get charged like 100 euros. So yeah, be very careful when you're considering getting a supporter pack about these prices as well. The other thing is that you can always opt out from shipping physical things and receive points instead, which is a fair thing. I mean, honestly, the shirt and the hoodie didn't really look that good. Like, they're just black things with the logo stamped on top. Not my kind of thing. So yeah, you might want to just keep on those. The art book, however, looks absolutely amazing, and if you purchased the top tier pack, you really want that art book as well, so maybe you are able to afford the higher price for the shipping as well. But yeah, I guess that was all for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That was all. I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.